Some of the top tier guards around our league are getting paid. Some guards that are on the rise are also getting paid. Let's just cover a couple of the free agent signings that happened over the night. I want to start with the reigning Eastern Conference champion Miami Heat. The first signing that was announced as free agency started around 6 p.m. on Friday was Goran Dragic. He's agreeing to a 2-year, $37.4 million deal to stay put in Miami. You know, a lot of people look at Jimmy Butler as the star of that Heat team, and rightfully so. The leading scorer of that Miami Heat bunch was Goran Dragic throughout the postseason. He was the guy that they went to for baskets more times than not. And, you know, Goran's injury in the finals was deflating for that ball club. But Goran Dragic will be staying in Miami. He's going to try to run it back. And look, man, that team should have all the confidence in the world in their ability to get back to the NBA Finals. Many people believe if they had not played against the Lakers and maybe they caught the Nuggets in the finals or maybe the Clippers in the finals, they would have had a much better chance. And some people believe if Dragic would have been healthy, they would have gave the Lakers a 7-game series, right? So that is the news out of Miami. Dragic wants to run it back. And I think it's interesting that he signed a 2-year deal. You want to watch out for some of that cap flexibility because we believe Miami is one of the teams that's interested in Giannis Antetokounmpo. If he will be available this summer coming up, this next offseason, depending on what happens this year. Let's keep it moving here. And I'm happy about this move. A contract well earned for free agent Jordan Clarkson. He'll be returning to Utah. Jordan Clarkson was the second most consistent scorer on that Utah Jazz team. He is a walking bucket. I was starting to get concerned about Clarkson. I mean, he moved from, the Lakers, the Cavs. He moved around the league a lot, and he finally found himself a home. Clarkson gets the deal and the stability that he's been looking for again at 4 years, $52 million. I'm sure Donovan Mitchell's a happy guy. When Donovan Mitchell left the court for Utah, there was one guy that he could count on to go get a bucket, and his name was Jordan Clarkson. Look for the Jazz to quickly turn around a deal for Donovan Mitchell, a long-term type of ordeal, and maybe even Rudy Gobert as well. Again, a 4-year, $52 million deal keeps Jordan Clarkson in Utah. I want to go one last deal here. Malik Beasley signs a 4-year, $60 million contract extension with Minnesota. Malik came over last year from Denver. I am not 100% sold on Malik Beasley at $15 million a year for 4 years. Malik felt like he had some leverage. You know, D'Angelo Russell didn't get a lot of run as a T-Wolf. Again, that COVID thing happened, and D'Lo was injured down the stretch. So, you know, I don't know about that one. I'm looking at that team, and, maybe Minnesota is a team, if Anthony Edwards is ready to ball day one, that can find a way into that playoff picture. It's getting really feisty down low out west between you talking about that team in Minnesota. You got Zion, them. They're starting to get together with the acquisition of Steven Adams. A couple other teams out west that are going to be fighting for a spot. Obviously, we expect the Phoenix Suns. They're coming into the playoffs with Chris Paul. You know, Memphis is a team right around there as well. So, I mean, if Minnesota wants to make a run at the postseason, I would have maybe saved some of that money for a move at the deadline. And then my other question is, by the end of Malik's 4-year deal, like, you don't think that at that point, you're talking about 3 years in Karl Anthony Towns' prime, damn near. Like, you don't think that money could be saved better off for something else? I don't know. I just think that's a bad deal for me personally. I like Malik Beasley. Don't love him though. Very inconsistent. He can ball, but just very inconsistent. He's getting a 4-year, $60 million deal from Minnesota. That's some good money for Malik. Hey, you got to pay it to somebody, and Malik just happened to be at the right spot at the right time. He gets the bag. Some of the acquisitions that have happened with some of our guards around the league, make sure you turn your post notifications on from yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Thank you so much for the time, love, support is what I don't take for granted. Salute. I'm out.